Hello traders out there in Traderland, my name is D7 here at Grok Trade. This is a weekend edition video that's good through Sunday, May 10th, 2020, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Anyway, and the markets in the week, bullish territory, everybody in bullish territory, with the Russells doing the best, up nearly 4%. Financials up more than 2%, leading the charge to the upside. US dollar, flat. Silver, 1% up, but I'm telling you, silver and gold is a buy. Gold slightly down. VIX, lower by 11%. We're at 28. And Bitcoin knocking at the door of 10,000 at the time of this video. Got some great things to share with you. First thing we're going to do here is get into the S&P 500, hit the ground running. And before I do so, for those who are brand new, I've been trading in the live markets for 22 years. I'm 46 years of age. And I used to teach for some big brands, and now I'm a competitor. We are an education company. We mentor students. I am the first person to be doing daily trading videos in the world online. Nobody was doing them before I was. Anyway, that doesn't matter. You guys only care about what's going on in the markets, not who D7 is. So let's just get after it. Bear flag on the S&P. What's crazy is this week went higher. With all the bearish news out there as far as the unemployment and all the earnings and all the bloody type of economic news that we're getting, the markets continue to climb higher. And at the end of the video, let's talk about why. Got a lot to talk about at the end of the video. Here we go up. We go up. This is the daily chart. I'm using TradingView. You can look at the link down in the description. But look at this big drop and then this bear flag that goes up. It's only a bear flag. It's only a bear flag, guys. If stays below the 61.8, let's draw our Fibonacci on this and see where we're at. We do this right here. See the 61.8 right there, 61.8. We hit it once, we dropped, we come up, we hit it again. We're right at 61.8. This is the drop zone, guys, where they're at it. If we do drop, okay, let's say this line that I have with the arrow going down, we do drop right there. Look what we have. We have a double top. Watch my cursor here. Go up, down, up, and down. That gives you the M formation. M stands for murder. M is bad news. It's also called a double top trend reversal pattern. That's where we're at only, and if and only we break this lower trend line. That has to happen for us to do that, which still would have us above the rising 20-day moving average. But if you break that, going into next week, look for a bloody week to commence, okay? That's where we're at right now. I want to show you something technically, and I color-coded it for you guys so you can see it easily. Look at the two red, here, let me go to a line chart so you can really see this. Look at the two red lines here. We encapsulate price action, right? And then we go into a rising wedge. Do you see the rising wedge there? Those are bearish. It breaks down. And then we bounce up this week. You see that? So now we have these two parallel lines. Now trends like to be parallel. The two red lines are parallel. And now the two purple lines. Parallel. Do you see what I'm saying? Parallel. If this, just like this red line turned into a rising wedge, I think these two purple lines could turn into a rising wedge also. In other words, another bearish formation. If I were to draw this line, what that line, whoops, that's not the line I wanted to move. I want to move this dog. So the line would look something like that. See the rising wedge right here? Pinching, and then it would drop. That's what I think may happen coming up in this thing. But the other thing I like to do here is I like to go to the big weekly chart to see, okay, is that true? Is this truly a bear flag? Can it be confirmed on the higher time frame? What I'm going to do is draw a Fibonacci retracement right here. I go from extreme high to extreme low, and look where we're at, 61.8 perfectly. Right there at it, I really thought with a shooting star reversal pattern, that candlestick pattern, I thought we were going to drop this week. We didn't. This week was a shocker to a lot of technicians out there, a lot of chartists like me. We were set up to drop. We did not. We went higher, even in the face of bad economic news. Even in the face of that. Very, very interesting. If you look at the monthly chart on the spider, we have what's called an inside trading candlestick. We got a higher low, lower high, so it's a muted candlestick. There's nothing to say. We're only a week into the month, okay? So we really don't care too much about this. Okay, what we're going to do now is look at the diamonds. The diamonds, we go up, rising wedge. We break down, we come up. We built another rising wedge. Look at this. Another rising wedge right here. This, let me draw a line. I need to tighten this one up. Need to go down to this one and bring this one up to there. Now they're hitting perfectly. See that? Now these are hitting perfectly. That's what I'm after. We do this, that's where we're at. If we drop, we'll have this to be a shoulder, head and shoulder. This is a head and shoulder trend reversal pattern. If we drop going into the next week, which looks like it's going to happen, because we were going up at this trajectory, now we're going at this trajectory. That's a slowing down taking place, which is bad news overall for the markets. If you look here at the diamonds, this is the diamonds weekly. We go down, 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 up, up, up. We couldn't even get to 61.8. We're hung up at the 50% right there. But what's interesting here, this is a high base. High bases tend to go higher. The problem is this is a high base after previous price action that's higher than where the high base has been developed. So because of that, these are not nearly as bullish as those that are making recent new highs. So because of that, we have a decent chance of dropping. This is, again, the weekly chart on the diamonds. The NASDAQ, or the Qs here, very interesting. Qs have done something amazing. We got up and hung up at the 50% Fibonacci. You can see the 50 fib here. Then we go up, we blast through the 61.8, we pull back at the 61.8, we come up, we pull back near the 61.8, and then we rally higher. This has done, the Qs have just done amazingly well in this market. Now, this is what I fully expect to happen. Down, up, we will fail to hit this high, which is very typical before a drop, and we'll drop, but we won't hit this low. So watch this. We'll go down, up, down, up, down, up. That's what we'll see. So in other words, we're making a symmetrical triangle. That's what I foresee happening. Watch. Let's find out if this video is correct. 3 months from now, 2 months from now, if we build up what looks to be a symmetrical triangle, which I foresee happening. If you look here at the weekly chart, came up, hit its head at resistance. We should have dropped. Instead, we popped over it. Very bullish for it to do that. I fully expect this to go up and then start coiling right here. I fully expect that. Next few months will be coiling. Let's see if that holds true. The monthly, the reason I think we're going to drop soon is because the monthly is that major resistance. If you go back, this resistance goes way back. The last time we hit this was 2003, and then we come up and we hit it at 2001, or what is that? Let me get my dates right. Okay. Oh, it's 2014 rather. 2014, and then we go up here to 2018, and now we're right here at 2020, and we're back at it at 2120. That's where we're at right now in the monthly Qs, but we're only 1 week into it, but we're at this resistance. Can it break through like it did on the weekly? It could. It absolutely could. Anything could actually happen in the markets. This is small caps. I look at the Russell 2000 to find out if, in fact, because this could lead the charge, right, to either side. And I'm looking for relative strength or weakness. Let's get our fib drawn here. We draw it there. We come across. You can see we're at 50%. We didn't even make it to the 61.8 before we're showing weakness. So we're at the 50. look at this. We go up with this and found support. We go up, support, support, support. We go up. We broke support. Now support is resistance. Now it's resistance. We're on the wrong side. Look for this to drop. A lot of relative weakness happening there. I also like to go to the big chart. This is the weekly to find out what it looks like. Look at this. We stopped right at the 50. We go down, 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 up, up, up. We're at the 50% Fibonacci. It's a perfect area for sellers to come in right there. It's halfway. So 50% means you're halfway of this leg. That's right where we're at right now. Decent place for us to do that. If you look at the monthly chart, it's really bad shape. It broke major support levels. It's rallying up. This is just called a bear pullback. A bear pullback is bearish in the markets. That's what we see on the Russell 2000 monthly chart, but it's still early. Then the financials. The financials are very important to me because the markets are only as strong as the financials there to support it. And what we have is this. This is the daily chart. We go down, down, down. We go into a bear flag. We start to break down, but we do one more rally to the upside. But while everybody was going up in the markets, guess what the financials were doing? They were going down this week when everybody else was going higher. That is relative weakness. That is bad news. Building that double top. Remember that earlier I was saying, hey, it could build a double top in the markets. That gives your M. Here's your M. Up, down, up, down. You guys see the M. This is called a double top. There's your M for murder. That's what's happening. Look for this market to break down. Because right now, last few weeks, we've been chopping sideways, doing a whole lot of nothing. But this is a good chance for the markets to break down. Now, if you look at it another way, go up and it's holding its value at these higher levels. If it can continue to do that, to capture its breath and get its breath, this could go higher. The markets can absolutely keep going higher. There's nothing stopping it from going higher. I'm looking at it from technical eyes on what reality is, looking at raw data. That's what I'm doing here as a technician. And I try my best to keep my biases down to nothing. My bias, I try to let it be derived through price action and volume. Down, down, down on the weekly chart, financials. We go up and then we base, just kind of sideways, kind of bullish pennant. So a bullish pennant could be more bullish than bearish. But look at this. The weekly chart couldn't even make it to the 50. You know how I said some of them couldn't make it to the 61.8? It was too weak. They could only make it to the 50. Well, this one couldn't even make it to the 50. That's showing weakness already. So that's showing a lot of relative weakness on the financials. That is bad news. Bad news. Any way you look at it. U.S. dollar, on the other hand, if you look at the U.S. dollars, let's start on the weekly chart. It broke out of a major area. It does a bull pullback to an area of support. Look for the U.S. dollar to a rally. This is the weekly chart. But now I want to go to the daily chart. We go down, 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 right to the 61.8. We found support there. We found support there. Look for the U.S. dollar to get bullish. That will put a strain on the market. If you look here at the U.S. dollar monthly, up, and we're going sideways on support. So this tells me it's not breaking back down. Because of that, we should only rally higher. Very, very bullish to see that. For you guys that are gold bugs, silver bugs, guys, silver looks to me like it went up and it's catching its breath up here. It's catching its breath like a bullish flag. Look for silver to go higher. If you look at the weekly chart on silver, up, it's a high base. Now, it's less likely to be bullish because the price action is higher prior to it. Okay, we just talked about that. But just look at what these patterns are giving you. I think we might have a decent thing. The monthly is what makes me a little more bullish on the other time frames. We're at support. We get below support. We rallied back above it. That's called a jab. I see this going big time bullish going into the future. So silver is a big time buy, guys. I'm really liking that a lot. Gold, Same thing, gold's making these recent highs here, doing exceptionally well. Big bullish pennant on the daily chart, guys. This is a buy. I just cannot stress that enough. Gold is a buy daily. That looks like it's getting ready to rock and roll. The weekly chart on gold is up, up, up. Nice, beautiful bull pennant. Look at that. Such a nice play on that. If you look at the monthly, we're just up, up, and away. See how it's going higher? We're just heading higher, higher, higher. It's looking quite strong, looking very, very well. And the VIX is down, down, down. Here, the other thing, the VIX is very extended to the downside, but it's a falling wedge. We broke out. I mean, what we have going on, this is the fear. So fear went up. Now fear has been dropping, which is just very interesting to see. And goes down in this falling wedge, popped up, right? Like we were going to get fearful again and go higher, but now it's dropped. But what was acting as resistance is now support. So it looks like to me we're going to see a pop soon on the VIX. So let's see if that happens. There's the weekly. Here's the monthly. And Bitcoin, guys, big news. If you're gold and silver people, share the video because I gave you some big information there. Bitcoin people, big news. Let me show this to you. We've had a really good couple weeks here, guys, going higher, 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 and we touched the 10,000. We come back down. I mean, we're right there at 10,000, guys, and which is kind of a psychological area. But let me show you even a more exciting chart, a more exciting one. It's the weekly. Holy smokes, look at this. So we have this trend line that goes all the way back here, 2017. This is the weekly chart. Come down, we found resistance here, 2019. Major hits in 2020. Right at the beginning of 2020. We hit it again last week. This week we blasted through. And what's interesting here, on the support line, we hit support twice, 3 times. We fell to hit it. We had shadows there, but the bodies never hit it. That shows relative strength. We rallied higher and then blasted through, busted up. Guys, this is huge move. Look for more upside. I really need to see it get over this area, this trend line right here. So if it needs to get over 10,700 for it to really roll. Okay, that's what we're looking for. And we could see a significant rally in Bitcoin. So if you guys are crypto people, this is a video you do want to share it. Now, I'm getting ready to show you some stocks of interest. Okay, these are my Grok tech stocks. And these Grok tech stocks, I'm going to be saying buy and sell. Make the assumption I own them. Okay, that's a safe assumption that I own them. Or I don't own one of them. That's a safe assumption. We're educators only, okay? So what I'm getting ready to tell you, do not use as financial advice. We are educators, not financial advisors. Seek an advisor. Apple. When I go and look at these, I'm going to be looking at daily charts only, okay? Always look at the weekly and monthlies. But we're down, down, down. We rally up, up, up. Long as we can stay above these moving averages and this trend line, you can stay with your Apple trade. But know this, the markets are set up to drop, including the NASDAQ. It had a very big run. So expect the biggest security in the markets, Apple, to retrace also, okay? That's what we're expecting. It would be a good place to take some profits. And if it starts to break down, take all profits. AMD has gone up, up, up. A bull flag. This one could still go higher, guys. But remind you, if the NASDAQ and the Qs drop, 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 all these stocks we're looking at right now will more than likely drop. So be careful on any bullish plays, but this one looks more bullish than bearish to me. Amazon, more bullish than bearish. I like the setup. BABA, there's your symmetrical triangle that I've been talking about. BABA is doing right now what I think the NASDAQ is going to do next. So stay away from this one until it breaks out or down. Baidu, bear flag, stay away from it. Booking just had earnings. You can see the E, big earnings groups. Matter of fact, did I have any earnings? Yeah, we got earnings coming up on Baidu. Stay away from earnings. And Baba, big time earnings coming out. AMD, I'm just seeing if any earnings. This is Cisco. We're caught up in moving averages, below a lot of turmoil with these trend lines. It's just, don't get into Cisco. Catfish just had earnings and had a gap down, but they bought into that weakness. Here's your double top trend reversal pattern. Stay away from this. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. If you hover over this, you can and click on it, you can see it missed it by had to earn a surprise of minus 25 cents on earnings per share, which is it missed by 27%. Ouch, that's just not good. So yeah, it's just something to think about there. eBay is up and away. eBay has been on fire, but you see these trend lines, how we hit resistance, we come down, and then it chewed around on it before it broke. If you draw these trend lines correctly, guys, it's money. You just know what's up. Last time we hit it was back here in 2018. Hit it again here in 2019, and then we chewed around on 2020, and then we finally broke up. It's pretty extended to the upside. Take some profits, wait for a nice bull pullback before a re-entry on eBay. And Facebook is at resistance. Take profits right now. Google is nearing a resistance area. Get ready to take profits. Google with an L, the same. GoPro was a nice bull pullback. It rallied. We shouldn't have seen Friday be red. It came up to those highs and people sold into it. That concerns me. That could start selling off here. Let me see. They actually beat. Holy smokes. That's unbelievable. GoPro actually beat, but we stalled out on that bull pullback. Just stay away from it. Microsoft is up. Take your profits. We're getting ready to drift lower. MU, big bear flags. It's a short opportunity. Netflix, it looks like an M for murder again. Look for another leg to come down. Netflix could be a short. Nvidia is hot, and I think it's IBD 50 is number one on the list. I think that might even be on our bull list. We have a stock picks bull list at groktrade.com, and I think it might be on our list still too. But we're at resistance. Take profits at resistance unless we could break through. Oracle, nice bull flag, bullish on Oracle. PayPal busted out, looking great. Must have had a great earnings. Let's look here. No, it's surprise miss by 90%. That is unbelievable. And look at the rally. So it reported 7, standardized 7, estimate was 75, and it came in at 68. And we still rallied. Isn't that funny? Follow technicals, not fundamentals. Roku, this one's not bad. Just stay with that one. Shopify, stay with that one. Shopify is just really, really a hot stock, especially with this high base. We rally higher. Stay with that one. It's a good one. Snap, stay with that one. As long as it stays above these moving averages, all is well. It should experience a pullback here soon. Tesla. This one's a choppy mess. Be careful. It's going to drift lower. Twitter is big bear flag. Stay away from Twitter. That dude's getting ready to drop. All right, monologue time. Finally. Okay, so you waited for this. I'll tell you this. At the end of the monologue, there is a cool little video. Some of you guys actually saw it on the last video. You stayed around and you saw it. So you guys got to see it before anybody got to see the video. You guys now will get to see it here shortly. So I'm giving you a pre-warning. I didn't warn anybody last time. But the question is this: why did the markets go higher this week with all the bad economic news? Here's the long and short of it. It's simply because of two things. Number one, in a true recession, the jobs that are lost permanently, or it takes a long time to get them back. We're in this bear market. We're in a recessionary pullback, and 97% of all people who were laid off, 97 reports show that they believe, they're optimistic, and they're saying they believe they will have a job to go back to, okay? Most people, I believe, with these horrible, sobering unemployment numbers, most individuals will have a job to go back to soon enough, within weeks. We in the market believe that, apparently, that the numbers aren't what they seem. So in other words, there's a silver lining. That silver lining is this is a short-term unemployment dip we're in. Short term. Number two, the market seem to have confidence in President Trump's ability to revive the market. That's playing out here. Now, I say that to say that that is the only logical, pragmatic line of reasoning that any of us could have on why the market still trickled higher. Volume decreasing, it's going higher. It's just like a jet. You point a jet up, you decrease the throttle, it stalls. That's what we're seeing. So the question is, what's going to happen next week? I thought this week was going to be bloody. I thought we were going to drop. We didn't. We went higher. I think next week will be bearish and bloody. But again, the markets could go higher. The markets can do whatever the markets want to do. There's no magic wand to know exactly what's going to happen. What we have to do is play what is in front of us. We look at the technicals. So I'll share this with you. I had two mentors, one in technical analysis, charting, had another one in fundamental analysis in the how to read the strength of companies. Like, I'm able to go into each of these companies and analyze their PEG ratios, their PE ratios, their growth, I could get into the financials and I could tell you what's strong and what's not. I could get into all that. I can get geeky with you on the fundamental part. It's not as exciting as the technicals. We tend to like the technicals, right? But if you pick your companies fundamentally and trade them technically, you'll increase your probabilities in trading, and that is the art. That is the business that we're in. We're playing a game of probabilities. So if we play if we have trade setups that increase our odds, that helps our business. That makes us a business and not a gambler. So that's what we need to do. We've got to have a methodology, a trading system that puts us on path to trade and trade well. If not, you'll get chewed up. So what we like to do here at Grok in our ecosystem is learn to find the strongest businesses that are out there fundamentally. We take those companies and we trade them technically. And we do it with the tide of the market. The overall indices move. There's a lot of moving parts there. You do it correctly and it's easy, right? It's easy and we have the wind to your back and you're trading how you're supposed to be trading in the markets. Now, I'll share this with you. And I have a problem with an individual that I don't have a problem with an individual. Last week I shared that grievance. I was watching a CNBC episthe where this guy, his name's Dave, he's the pizza guy. He analyzes pizza, and he's the president of BarStool Sports. And you guys might know who he is. If you watch him, let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, I know Dave. I posted something on our Twitter account in Grok Trade doing something. First, let me share with you the experience. I watched this interview. It was on Zoom. He's on there in his house, in his office, and he calls himself like Trader Dave or something. I'm not sure. But he's trying to trade. He's got $3 million in the market, and he's trading that. He's down $600,000. So CNBC has him on and says, hey, let me bring in some advisors, and these are technical gurus and yada, 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 to help give you advice. And I listen to those guys, and listen, I don't want to belittle anybody, but he wasn't being given any good, solid advice. None of it I didn't think were worthy of what he could take back to help him make money in the market. And they just didn't have enough time. I don't know. But the long and short of it is this. I do not want you to lose money in the markets. I don't, Dave, if you're listening to this, if somebody shares it with you, I don't want you losing money in the markets. I've been trading 22 years in this market. It can chew you up. My first 2 accounts I traded, I lost. It wasn't until I got mentored until I was off and running. I later become an institutional trader. I later become a massive teacher, instructor, and education, a curriculum individual that looked over a curriculum for a major company. Last year I was with them, $96 million we made on the educational front. I now have been a competitor with the company I was with now for 12 years. Grok Trade. We mentor. We don't sell classes. We don't sell all this other stuff that people do. Why? Because it doesn't work. Look, I'll give you a perfect example. Okay? This is the internet. This is the internet with all the information and stuff. Okay? That is trading with a mentor. This is noise. This is simplicity. That is simplicity. The name of the game in trading is not more information. It's not more information. It's the right information assimilated. Let that sink in. It's not more information. It's the right information assimilated. So the answer to that is mentoring. So Dave, if you're listening to this, in my Twitter account, and it's a humble one, I've got a few thousand followers on it. We're not flashy. Under the radar. I reached out to you and said, I am going to donate our educational services to you. I'm not going to do it free. You got to let people know if you thought it was good or bad, just like you do the pizzas. That's all. I want you to judge us. I want you to judge our education. It's 3 days. It's May 16th is a Saturday. May 17th is a Sunday. May 18th is a Monday. Those 3 days, you'll become a rock star trader. We call you guys Grok stars. We have many full-time traders that we've produced. And we have mentored high-profile individuals, big names. Like this class coming up that you need to be a part of has a fitness guru with millions and millions of followers. More than likely, you'll know this individual if you happen to take the class this coming weekend. So, that's it. I give it to you free. And you publicly give us your opinion of it. Fair enough? So that's it. Now, I'm going to make the assumption Dave will never see this video. You guys who are on Twitter, go to Grok Trade and go back to a few of my posts, yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, and share. Push it to Dave. Say, Dave, you should do it. Dave, you should do it. Take him up on it. Let us know what you think. Let him do it. Or let him know. Let him know through that. But he lost $600,000. $600,000. What's that percent? From 600 out of 3 million. What is that? 25%. He's down 25%, and that's tough, right? It's tough. So it's relative. We all hate to lose money. We all hate to lose it. You don't have to. You got to follow money. The part that his big problem is he has no money management systems in place. That's what will give him. And he doesn't have a reward to risk parameters that he's following. So you got to do both. You got to have risk management, which is massive in trading, and you got to have that methodology to do so. And then you have money management, and you have to have those methodologies to do that well. You got to have that. You got to have both of those. And then you get into the fun stuff of technical analysis, and you get into the fun stuff of the quick way to find the most explosive companies through fundamental analysis. I mean, we got it down to a science. We'll show Dave, we'll show him how to quickly, because he was in Snap, and Snap was doing really well, right? I pointed that out. He was in Snap, and there's a time to get out of it, right? There's a time to get out of it to maximize profitability. So I will show you, Dave, how to find the strongest companies that institutions are going to be gobbling up coming into the future. I'll show you how to find them easily, quickly vet them. I will show you what the brokers for institutions, institutional brokers that a broker that you and I can't go to, how we can get their seal of approval on these stocks to know which ones they're giving guidance to their institutions to purchase. That's where the big money is. That's the camel walking through the room. Then we got to be the flea jumping on their back. I'll tell you, you might have this class coming up is especially good. This coming weekend is especially good for beginners. These are people. The class right now, ironically enough, is made up of very fresh traders, very fresh, new traders. And we're going to still give the same level of training. We just won't go as deep into some areas because that will be unnecessary for your level of development and where you're at right now. We're going to give you exactly what you need right now to trade the markets with great confidence. We do really well at helping you reach your full potential in the markets. So that's what's going on coming up. Yeah, it's good. I hope, if anything, Dave can afford anybody can afford our education, our 3-day program. Anybody can. Not everybody. I mean, you got to have some money in the markets, right? Not much, but you got to have enough to be able to invest in yourself. So he could easily pay for him and his whole team to go through this. It's not about the money. To me, it's about he lost $600,000. And he's got a really good size following. So I'll give up a seat for you to come in. I'll even let you bring one friend, Dave. One friend. 2 of you taking this class together. And you'll have to go through the 201 courses. It's 48 lessons that before the class. So this week you'll go through 48 lessons, trading lessons. So we're all on the same page, talking the same language going into this next mentorship. So that's what's going on. Happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies. Many of you, 15% of you are moms who are, 15% of you are females watching my video right now. Much respect to you, much warm love to you. Mother's Day is a very special time. My mom, she's from Louisiana. All my family's in Louisiana. I'm Cajun, man. And I make gumbo, eat mud bugs, crawfish. I do a gumbo from scratch, actually. I love alligator as a as a dish. So, but my mom's in town. I'm excited about that. So I will be seeing her this weekend. I'm hugging her and telling her I love her. So, yeah, this is a great time. So I hope you're able to be with your kids and celebrate. I know the coronavirus is keeping us separated more than usual, but let's make it a great day. So I love you all, and watch the video. Tell me what you think about it. Catch you later. We'll see you. Bye.